The fighting of misinformation?
Yep.
That's the podcast why. I'm sorry to huff and puff into the microphone. You like that, don't you? That I do that.
I do.
That I'm mad about this.
I do.
I have a huge problem.
It's a good reason, though.
But do you not agree with it?
Oh, I do.
Here's the reason. Misinformation. I don't like the misinformation. Ben, what specific misinformation am I talking about? Because you don't like it either.
Oh, no. Mainstream news, news in general. Especially on our next video.
Legacy media.
Correct. You will see on our next video, we'll have some exact examples. But the headlines out there are just insane.
Insane. Give them an example. What am I talking about? What headlines?
Well,
we aren't talking political. We're talking
housing.
We're talking only housing and real estate on this show.
Yes,
it's ridiculous what you see on like Fox Business, MSNBC Money, CNN Money.
Oh, they're
Squawk Box. Those
the
losers.
Articles, yeah, the articles are housing crash imminent, and then you read the actual article, and everything's actually pretty stable. But what is everyday Americans doing? After they get home from a long days of work in between families, they just scroll through it real quick. So they see that, and what do they think?
Oh, shoot.
Everything's crashing.
Because they're just reading headlines.
Exactly. Because that's all they have time to do, which is fair, but the headlines are so misleading.
So I believe that through this show, through our social media pages, through everything, we can do something called bring accurate information to people, because I don't believe in silencing anyone, even in legacy media. I believe in beating bad information with good information.
Yes.
And it was time for me to do something. And I need to do something in an industry and in a field and in a topic that I'm an expert on, and that's mortgages and that's real estate. More so mortgages than real estate. Talk to a great real estate agent for real estate expertise. But I say mortgage and real estate because without mortgage, there is no real estate. They go hand in hand. So I wake up in the morning and I see crash this, imminent that, this, that, ba, 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 ba. The talking heads bouncing around on TV. But guess what? You want to know what's wild? We sit and we listen to these fools who are going to tell us how this, that, and the other thing is going to happen, but they're not out there grinding like me and you in the actual industry, putting in work, rolling up their sleeves, and helping people. And when they talk about the markets, they don't have any clue.
No.
And the funny part about the ones talking is they're taking topics, or they take data points, and they skew what the data point actually says a lot of the times.
And then you actually read the whole thing, and they'll have like an almost fine print at the end of, well, this isn't really the case. It's just ridiculous.
Because it's clickbait, because they are...
Exactly.
It's clickbait, and they're paid to do what?
Get clicks.
Period.
Yes.
That's their advertising model. That's the problem with the advertising model.
It's ridiculous. There was an article the other day I was reading. It was, when will the real estate bubble burst? You click on it, and the first part in there is no real estate bubble. Like, why would you even bring that up?
Because they wanted to click. It's a bait and switch. What happens when the sales guy bait and switches? You leave the sales guy. You don't do business with him. You lose your license.
We would lose our license.
So how can the news media, whether it's an article, whether it's MSNBC, whether it's CNN, Fox Business, it doesn't matter what station it is from a financial standpoint, how can a news channel do what they're doing? Because what affects the market? Speculation. And if people are reading that and they're speculating on things, how does that not affect the market? You don't think that affects people's lives?
Oh, it definitely does.
I look at the stock market, for instance, and it's crashing or going down. I shouldn't say crashing. It's going down, right? It's going down, and a lot of it's speculative.
Yes.
Some of it was bloat from all the checks that were printed and went out, but a lot of it's speculative. But how about this? How is the stock market going down, but inflation going up? What? We're in a weird time, dude.
It is very weird.
It's a weird time. And we have a shortage on housing at the same time, and we can't build houses fast enough. And part of that is because of 2008 and all these big-time builders that were building all the neighborhoods and stuff, going out of business and going into different things that can make them more money, such as custom-built homes. There's a certain price mark. If you hit a certain price point of build or a certain price point of house, it's not as competitive. But for middle class, man, good luck.
Yeah. It's insane.
But we'll help you. We'll help you. That's not a negative thing that's going on in the industry. It's just a tight market right now, meaning there's not enough inventory, but it doesn't mean you can't get something. You will get something, but you have to be patient and understanding and go after it.
Yes.
And you have to be aggressive. Now's not the time for the weak.
And have a strong pre-approval.
A bar of gold.
Yeah, that's right.
We give out bars of gold, not literally, figuratively. You have to have another why.